Okay, welcome to episode 14 of F That.
Photo chat.
And it is our Valentine's Day edition. See, we
Ew!
got
Oh my god,
flowers.
it's 14 on the 14th. Inception. Sorry. Sorry, go on about talking about your
We
flower.
have flowers. And Sue got us
Donuts.
donuts.
And I
And
have a coffee.
coffee. And I've got my water.
Spicy water or regular water?
Regular water. I don't
There's
do
bubbles
spicy
in
water.
it.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
I didn't. I told you a little bit about this. I was over analyzing this morning, like I do, you know, about like what you said a couple episodes ago about being late.
Okay.
And you're like, being early is on time, being on time is late, and being late is whatever, right?
Unacceptable.
And it was just eating away at me. I felt like you were there lecturing me, and I was like, fuck, okay, I'll leave on time. And I was like, I was planning on like, it's Valentine's Day, like I'm gonna go get myself a Starbucks coffee or something. And then it was like, I was gonna be on time if I left at that time, and I was like, okay. That's okay. He'll have spicy water or something. I'll have some spicy water today. And then Sue was like, do you want coffee? And I was like, fuck yes. Fuck yes. I love you, Sue. She gave me a very suitable mug.
Yes.
Motor
mouth, yes. So how was your week?
I don't remember much of it.
No. I hear we're opening up next week.
Yeah, we are.
Yes. Opening up to customers next week.
You know what?
Fuck you, COVID.
So, you know how I complain. That's what this podcast is for, right?
Yes.
I complain about my woes and you sit there and everybody feels bad for you. You know how I was like, we were so dead that we'd have like I was telling you we'd go like hours without having a phone call, without having anything to do, and we had done like everything in the store.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we reopened, and I suddenly took an interest in learning crochet, like how to crochet. And I was like, I really wish I picked this up sooner. And, you know, while I was sitting there doing nothing for hours for, 2 months? I just sat there on my phone, watching The Walking Dead, watching, like, all these different shows, being like, I wish I had a hobby. And then right when we find out we're closing, I'm like, I should learn how to crochet, but I'll never have time to do it again. What did you do this week?
Not much. I went out and did sunrise photos.
Oh yeah, with your
and I shot a video.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Froze my fucking ass off. Like, oh man. Okay, Brookie. Upstairs.
Oh, she's so fucking cute. She does that thing with her ears.
Yeah.
She looks like a puppy, and I'm like, oh!
So yeah, froze my fucking ass off. Like, and like I said it in the video and everything like that, but you don't understand how cold it was. Cause I forgot my gloves.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around with an aluminum tripod. So as soon as you grab that, it's like all of a sudden your hand just goes, whoa, yeah, let's fucking die. So yeah, I was just like, oh, the pain.
Oh
So
my
like
god.
I'm like blowing in my hands and I'm tucking it in my jacket and everything like that. And as soon as they get warm a little bit, then I have to pick up the camera and move it. And I grab the tripod. It's just like within like 3 seconds, my hands are like, we're done.
I could tell that it was probably really cold because first of all, you said the temperature. And second of all, you like never complain about the cold. Like I have never heard you complain about it being cold because you literally grew up here and are like used to this shit. And you go outside for fun in the winter.
Yeah, no.
Like I complain when it
hate cold.
But I feel like I've never heard you complain about it like that.
Really?
So when you were in your video and you're like, you had like a straight face and you're like, this is fucking cold. And I was like, this is great. I love watching you freeze your ass off. It brought me much joy.
And a buddy of mine, Barry, he's like, how do you hold your pants up if you froze your ass off? It's a really tight belt.
It's like a Pixar character, just like really skinny. You know how they make Pixar characters with like no butt, just legs?
Oh, yes. I can't believe you stare at the butts of Pixar characters.
Speaking of, this is there's this thing on the internet going around of people recognizing that Pixar usually makes characters with like no ass. Their male characters usually have no ass. They're just stick legs.
Okay.
Have you looked at the mom characters in Pixar?
No.
I forget how people online say it, the kids these days, but they say that Pixar gives the mom characters monster truck asses because they do. They're fucking huge.
Oh, really?
Huge. Next time you watch a Pixar movie, look at the mother figure's ass. It's huge.
Okay. I'll have to watch
it's
that.
Great. You're going to be like... It's great, though.
We watched a really, really good movie.
What movie?
Greenland.
That's a place.
It's Gerard Butler.
Okay.
And so it's like basically the movie 2012.
Oh, good Lord.
But way, way better.
Okay. I never watched 2012.
Well, 2012 was just like the full-on cliche of, ooh, that was close. Like, it was just like they just barely escaped everything, right? But no, this one is fucking insanely
Was
good.
it like kind of like an apocalypse movie?
Yeah, so it's a meteor.
Oh, God.
Hit,
That's scary.
Yeah, hitting the Earth. And
something that's actually realistic.
Yeah. So he's not, like, he's just like a structural engineer.
Okay.
Okay, he builds buildings.
Yeah.
But the comet is projected to hit the Earth. So he gets a call. Yeah, a text message from the government saying that his family's been selected for going into a bunker.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's like Fallout.
Yeah, so only his, like, he's got like a group of friends over at his house. Obviously, it's not COVID, but...
Can you imagine doing that on top of COVID?
Oh, man.
Living in a bunker with COVID? It's not a good mix.
So, yeah, he gets selected to go to this bunker with his wife that they're having issues with.
Ah.
And his son. And his son is diabetic.
Oh, man.
So they get to the airport to go fly off to the bunker.
Yeah.
And because his son's diabetic, I'm giving away parts of the movie. I'm sorry, guys, but it's such a good movie. Because his son's diabetic, he gets turned away.
Oh, no.
But so what happens is, like, they're at the airport and his son's meds got left behind in the vehicle.
No.
So he runs off to the vehicle to go get the meds.
Does a meteor.
And
this is getting good. I feel like I'm watching the movie.
Yeah.
It's described audio.
So she's like concerned about her son because he's having symptoms of low blood sugar or whatever like that. So she goes to one of the guys, the army guys, and says, "My son's diabetic. Can I get some help?" And he's like, "Oh, your son's diabetic? Come with me." So all of a sudden, like, they're being escorted out because he's diabetic. But Gerard Butler doesn't know this because he's at the car getting the meds, going back. And he gets back, and just half of the movie is them trying to find each other.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. While the apocalypse is happening.
Oh, my God.
It is such a good movie.
That's like my worst nightmare.
It is such a good movie. That's why I have an apocalypse plan.
I know you have an apocalypse plan. I was thinking about it this morning. I was thinking about it last week, about your apocalypse plan. I was like, I literally have no plan. I'm in the worst spot ever. But continue telling us your plan.
I'm just like,
and then we'll build one for me.
Yeah, if it's a zombie outbreak, like, just hop in the car and go to my dad's.
I would be so dead so quick. I'd be like running out of stuff in my inhaler from running. Like, oh my god. Just shoot me. Yeah, because I thought it was your uncle's. You said that there was like a farm or
it's my dad.
something. And I remember back when I first started watching The Walking Dead, what would happen if we got stuck in a zombie apocalypse? I'd most likely be stuck at work.
Yeah.
And that's not a very secure place.
No.
And there's, like, I know there's ammo nearby, but with the amount of lovely people in the area that we work in, that shit would be sold out so quick.
Sold out? I think it'd be stolen.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're fucking paying for it.
Yeah.
With useless money. But even if I was at home, I feel like if I was at work, that would be my best chance of, like, getting out alive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I'm at home, I'm fucked. Because we're so close to downtown that you need to take a highway to get anywhere. And this creates so much fear in me that, like, I'd be the one of the people that dies, like, trying to get somewhere on the highway. Because it's just, like, blocked with cars.
Yeah.
It scares the shit out of me. So, I was like, what would happen if I did manage to drive past downtown and get, like, out of the area, like, if we left really early? I was like, this morning I was like, would I drive to Chuck's? Chuck's is still too, like, central.
Yeah.
But if there was, and if there is an apocalypse, spray paint a fucking note for me on the door or something. Tell me somewhere to go so I can live. If there's a zombie apocalypse, I hope that there is GPS still. I'm gonna be so fucked. Every time we go to, like, a store, I'm gonna put this on the floor because if it vibrates, it's gonna, like, set the whole table off. Every time we go to, like, a store that has maps, I want to buy, like, these giant maps and books, and then I always never do it because I'm like, I'll get it next time. Like, literally, if the GPS or internet went out, I'm unfortunately one of those people that's fucked. Unless I'm in Niagara, I have no idea. We should probably get into some camera stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Before we do. One thing that I wanted to mention is I listened to our podcast, like, just the podcast, in the car for the first time this week.
Okay.
And it was the weirdest thing I've ever listened to. We actually sound like a podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we sound like professionals.
Oh, wow.
It's weird because I listened to a bunch of podcasts, and I was like, for some reason, I think it's just because it's like me.
Okay.
And, like, I can't obviously hear myself outside of it, and I watch the videos and stuff. I just looked at them as videos.
Yeah.
But just listening to the audio actually just sounds like a podcast. So
Nice.
We're doing pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
If only we could get some listeners.
Damn right.
Yeah.
So now we'll get into camera stuff.
Okay. Do you want to start off because it's Nikon? Or?
Yeah, this one's little.
Yeah. Because they're just little cameras.
Fuck off. Fuck off. So just some clarification. The D3500 and D5600 by Nikon that we said were going to be discontinued are not being discontinued. There was an article released by one of the tech websites we check out, just clarifying that it's only being discontinued in Japan. So everywhere outside, not being discontinued, which would explain why we got stock of it.
Oh,
of
nice.
The 5600, and it's not showing up discontinued in the system. So, not being discontinued.
Yay!
Yay! Moving on.
Have you heard about this new Alice camera?
Yeah.
Like this
It's
thing.
insane.
Yeah. So it's like a camera that attaches onto your phone.
On, like, the back piece.
Yeah. And it uses your... Oh, God. How do I explain it? So your phone is the menu system and the screen for the camera. It uses its own sensor.
Yeah.
But it uses your AI technology in your phone. Like, this thing is fucking genius. It's micro four thirds mount.
Yep.
10.7 megapixel.
Which is pretty damn good for such a small little camera for your phone.
Yeah. But yeah, and I guess it combines AI and computational aspects from your smartphone.
Yeah.
to do all this stuff, and it's like it looks fucking ridiculous.
It's so cool. It's neat because it's like it's almost its own little device, but at the same time the AI and all that stuff would run through like the app.
Yeah.
Which is really neat. I'm wondering how much it's going to drain battery.
Yeah.
But it's really neat because I think you were mentioning that like the AI, in case people are like, what the fuck does that mean? Because I was that like 30 minutes ago.
Articulating impotence.
That's exactly what it is. Not imbeciles or something. Articulating imbeciles. So the AI means it uses AI the same way that your phone camera would.
Yeah.
So like when you hold your camera up, I'm assuming there's going to be manual settings and stuff, but
yeah, there's a pro mode. Yeah.
Okay, good. Basically it will adjust like your settings, your lighting, your saturation for like the sky you were mentioning.
Yeah.
So that's really neat.
Yeah, because like
really
with your phone, and Matty Hapoya did a video of this the other day, where him and his brother were comparing the iPhone 12 Pro versus I think it was the R5.
Okay.
Or it might have been a Sony. I can't remember. But basically, his brother edited the photos to look the same.
Okay.
Okay, coloring and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, he had to pick which one was which. And he got most of them right.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting because with the AI in our phones, like if the sky is blown out, the AI in the phones picks it up better.
Yeah.
It adjusts it better.
Yeah.
Whereas with our cameras, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So considering this thing is going to be using micro four thirds lenses.
That's exciting. Can you attach lenses?
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
So it's not those little clip-on lenses that you put on your fucking smartphone. Pieces of shit.
Speaking of micro four thirds, side note, we had someone came and like traded in their gear.
Yeah.
And we had, what the fuck was it called?
Jordan sent me a picture of it.
Did he?
Yes, because I was like, what is this?
He was losing it. It was so small and so cute. And it was actually like a really good little camera. And Mark was saying like, oh, the Lumix GM.
The GM1X.
It was literally like
1K.
this big. And the guy who brought it in bought like this grip attachment, which was just like, it was so nice. And this thing was like, I don't want to say old, because Mark was like, I was working here when we sold that.
Yeah, it's from 2013.
Yeah.
It's like a 13 megapixel camera or something like that.
Yeah, so and he had like a little 20 mil lens on it, and it was the cutest thing I've ever seen. But the images it took were like unreal. Yeah. And then we also had the same guy traded in. There's a dog hair in my donut. I'll still eat it. The same guy traded in a Sigma DP1 Merrill. It was a Sigma camera.
Oh.
And it was from like the year before, and putting 2x2 or 2x2, putting them side by side.
Yeah.
Putting them side by side, it was like a world of a difference.
Really?
Yeah, because the Sigma was like, no offense, it was kind of trash. Like just looking at
their
it,
cameras are trash. Their lenses are fucking awesome, but their cameras are trash.
Sigma art.
Yes, Sigma
art. I almost said 1.4 and did this. Same though, same. But back to the Alice camera. I feel like that was pretty much most of the specs that we knew of.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be shipping
in the fall. This fall coming.
Wow,
so
that's exciting.
2021. And it's like what, $760 American?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So in Canadian funds, that's like $10,000, right? So
I want to see what it is.
It's going to be like $1,000
US. $760 US is $965.09 Canadian currently. In the fall, that might be different.
Yeah. So about $1,000. Which is not a bad price for that camera.
Yeah, considering it's like an actual one. I'm not sure if you read like the whole article. I think it was Tech Radar that wrote about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you read the whole article, but they were kind of talking about how like Did you read the whole article?
I probably got 3/4 of the way through, but
They were whoever wrote it was still starting to talk about how, like, cameras are stuck in, like, the 90s.
yeah.
Which they kind of are.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, a lot of systems are still integrating touch screens, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of ridiculous because smartphones came out in 2014 with touch screens.
Yep.
It is, but at the same time, like, cameras do so much more than a phone would,
Yeah, but
image-wise.
being able to add all that technology into your camera. Now, I can understand, like, having the camera, if you want to get, like, 5G or something on it,
Yeah.
then you'd have to pay for a SIM chip and a data
Yeah.
plan for your fucking camera.
Just hotspot from your phone.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But, like, but yeah, if you could connect to it Wi-Fi, so if you're in studio,
Yeah.
right? Then
The
you can
Wi-Fi
go,
thing I'm surprised that wasn't integrated into systems earlier.
yeah.
Because they were making adapters for them.
Yeah.
Like when I was in college, I was shooting with my D7100. It didn't have Wi-Fi built in, and I ended up buying the adapter for it. So I paid like $80 or $90
Yeah.
for it. It's still a lot of money. And I got the little adapter just so I could use like the app on my phone to take wireless. So I didn't buy like a shitty infrared remote that
Yeah.
was crappy. So I did that for like a self-portrait assignment I had to do. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how long it took them to integrate it.
There's all sorts of interviews going on with OM Digital Solutions,
Yeah.
Olympus, right?
Yeah.
And there's, like, they're promising, like, they're gonna wow us, basically. Yeah. So one of the articles I was reading, the guy was saying, like, put the cell phone software in the fucking camera
Yeah.
and
They were
update
sleeping
your
on this.
sensor, because the sensor is like 6 years old.
Yeah.
Like, these are, now that this new company has taken over Olympus,
Mm-hmm.
like, they could go in full bore and do these things, right? So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. Olympus, so ever since that little Olympus camera came in and like I started seeing those, like I started looking at your photos with like that, what's that setting called that you've been using a lot lately?
Pro capture.
Olympus, someone's gonna come and like, you're gonna ring me out so bad. It's interesting me a lot more. Like I have a lot more interest in Olympus and like micro four thirds now than I ever did before.
Really?
I don't know why. So yesterday we were picking out a camera for Justin to use
Yep.
for tomorrow, which tomorrow we're filming an exclusive.
Oh
Going out
yeah.
and shooting.
Oh yeah.
Guest appearance by Sue and Justin.
Yep. You're going on a family road trip.
On Family Day.
Yeah.
So I had to pick a camera for him because I'm like, there's no way he's just gonna sit in the car and look with his eyes. Who does that? So I was trying to pick a camera for him, and I think you were there when we were picking.
Yep.
At the store you came in, and after we decided we're gonna have him shoot with the R6.
Right.
Just cause, why not? But I was actually considering, like, after you left, I was considering maybe we should give him like a micro four thirds, and then I was like, maybe I should bring a micro four thirds. I'm like, no, I need to shoot with my camera more. I probably have less than 2,000 shots on my camera still. I haven't gone out to shoot in a long time. Next week we have our Q&A episode, so this week I'll be spamming all you Instagram people a little bit more just to drive you over the edge, because I know how much everybody loves seeing the stories with the question boxes. We've gotten a couple questions, Cole's being the best so far. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing that question. I haven't seen it.
It's really good. I
yeah.
feel like I'm hyping it up a lot, but I'm really excited for it.
Cool.
I haven't even thought about it. I'm trying not to think about it so that I can give like a raw answer.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I'll be spamming Instagram. If you guys have questions or anything, you don't only have to do them on Instagram. You can also leave them in the comments.
Yeah.
So just like say like for Q&A episode, and then drop literally whatever question you want, like a joke, something fucking weird, like using toilet paper for versus Kleenex.
And like you could even email us.
Yeah.
At fthatphotochat@gmail.com.
gmail.com.
All one word. Well, the F that Photoshop part is all
Yes.
one word.
Yeah, so you can
Rest is-
comment literally however you can contact us. Other
Yeah.
than Twitter. I think we have a Twitter account, but neither of us use it. Or
Yeah.
know how to use it. So mainly
There's a
Instagram.
course.
No, I'm not going.
You could even text us if you know who we are, if you have our numbers.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
anything.
So,
Any questions.
We just want to, we're not going to do them as often. This one we said we would do a while ago, so we're going to follow through and do it.
Yeah.
And we do have some that like I can ask and stuff, like fun this or that. So yeah. And then we have a video exclusive coming.
Yep.
We're filming it tomorrow.
Yep. So that was episode 14 of F That.
Photo chat. Happy Valentine's Day, which will be over by the time you watch this.
Yep.
Toodaloo.
Motherfuckers.
Woo! He clenches his little butt cheeks when he barks. I see him clench, it's like he's gonna bark.
Vanessa has a thing for Titan's ass.
Boston creams are the best. I'm just talking to myself so Chuck can see this after. I'm talking to myself. What's up? Hello, future Chuck. I don't know why I keep looking over there because I see myself. I'm like, is my hair still good?
Yeah. I
I
look
need
over
to
there
stop.
to see if my hair is still good.
It's not.
No.
I'm sorry to a student for like for
Dramatic pause here.
yeah, that was totally for dramatic effect, not because my brain just erased itself. Looking at your sketch, it was just like
Yeah.
clear.